Hey y'all, Jeremy Dean here. Let's talk a little bit about flooring. So I recently just went through an incredible process of getting new flooring in my home. And it's an intimidating process if you're hiring it out. Most people can't find it reasonably priced in order to get it done for their home. And I know it's a daunting task. Do you do it yourself? Do you hire it out? And you know, it was really a great find when I run across Russell's Flooring here in Middle Tennessee, because it's an incredible product, first of all. But what I learned through this process was the integrity and the professionalism that Russell and his team, in their combined years of experience, have been able to pull off. Such a pleasant experience for me as the homeowner. And I'm going to take you through a short video here of some of the things that I went through it in this process. And perhaps if you're in Middle Tennessee, you should first and foremost just go to Russell's Flooring and contact them and let them price it out, because they've got a product. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let Russell tell you a little bit about the product itself, because most people are paying way too much money for a 6 mil flooring or 12 mil, or just to understand this process a little bit. The 20 mil is the wear layer on a floor, and that's the only thing they sell. So let's give it over here to Russell to talk about 20 mil LVP flooring, which is what I put in my house.
Well, the main thing that I always stress to my customers is education, because for the most part, normal people that don't do floors every day don't know what to look for. So in turn, they see an advertisement for flooring for 99 cents a foot or $1.39 a foot, and they think they're getting a great deal because they'll add the words blowout sale to it. When in actuality, if you look at the specs, they're getting something that won't last even a year. Some stuff I feel should be illegal to even sell in our country. For instance, LVP, the number one spec to look at if you're wanting luxury vinyl plank is the mil. The millimeter is the thickness of the entire plank, which doesn't typically matter as much. The mil is 1/1000th of an inch, and that's the protective coating. 20 mil wear layer or better. I tell my customers it is so important. Do not go under a 20 mil wear layer. 12 would last 3, 4, 5 years maybe. 6 mil is something new that should be absolutely illegal. You probably wouldn't even get a year out of it. So when you see these sales for 99 cents a foot, check the thickness of the wear layer. It's the most important thing. At Russell's Flooring, we only sell 20 mil wear layer plank, and we have it everywhere else. It's $3.50 a foot. We sell it for starting at $1.99 a foot. It's the best deal. And when I say those numbers, people don't realize how big of a deal that is, because they're seeing $1.29 on TV, but when you look into it, it's junk.
So I'm going through a bit of nesting. I'm going to be married this year, and so I'm doing things around my house that, I painted the walls, ceilings, the whole house during the pandemic, so it's been that long. But I've wanted a floor since I owned this house way back in 2013. There's so many different, I'll run you some pictures here. There's so many different things that have been running through this house. We have hardwoods in the living room, linoleum in the kitchen, and the downstairs bathroom. We even have a little bit of ceramic tile in the back door of the kitchen and carpet upstairs. I wanted all of that gone. I wanted one floor in the whole house, and I just think it's such a peace of mind now that it's done. To see it all done, and wondering, I got to pick the colors with Russell. Russell and his team, as I mentioned, were so great. And so there's just so many things to look forward to when you have this happen in your home, because it's a complete transformation. So I'm showing you here pictures as we go of just some of the the way things looked before we went through this process. And then next, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about cost and quality, because I have an estimated about 1,500 square feet that went into this home. And like I said, Russell and his team made it totally painless. Now, I wanted the carpet gone. That was my main thrust, was getting that gone before I get my little gal here. And so it was just a huge relief. But we went through several things that previous owners had done especially under the ceramic tile in the kitchen. It just did not look good. They had not fixed the problem, which was one of the contingencies I had when I bought the home, and they just did enough to get by. and it was not a quality thing that they did. They just basically covered up a mistake. And so they were able to fix that. Russell's flooring was able to fix that. And I'm telling you what, with this 20 mil, it was such a peace of mind going through this process. All through this process, Russell was so great in giving me updates. Now, you can tell a lot about a person. Their integrity was so great. I basically went to work. I left them here to do what they had to do throughout the day. When I look back on that, I have no hesitation about Russell and his team being here. Russell and Tim and Jerry were just great through this whole process, and Russell sent me updates all day long. As I'm going through some of these pictures, you'll see these guys, they just got to work. He sent updates throughout the day, what was being done, so I had peace of mind, what was going on while I'm away from my home. So I'm getting this the whole time that they're laying my floor. And I thought I would help cut costs. I thought, you know what, I can prep a room at night when I get home for them to work on the next day. But I'm gonna tell you what, these guys are so fast and so efficient. They literally had about 90% of the kitchen and the living room done the first day. So I really had to be on my toes, to clean some rooms, to make some rooms so that they could get done with their job faster. I mean, yeah, sure, they'll move some bigger items around, but I was just trying to stay ahead of them. And that turned out to be a real chore because these guys are so fast. They moved upstairs after that, a guest bathroom, a guest bedroom, the primary bedroom, primary bath. They just went through this whole process. I had my studio up here and little home studio. And, they just made the whole process all the way through this so smooth. So the one thing that I really enjoyed the most about this process was the transformation of my oak stairs, because the treads were just, outdated, worn. The color didn't match, didn't look good. I wanted to change them. I knew I was going to change them with my color scheme. And so with Tim and Jerry on top of that, I mean, they matched the stain. We went darker, lighter, darker, lighter, till we got it just right, the color that I wanted on my stair treads. And then they came back and put poly on that and sanded it, came back and did it again. Like, they just finished everything out so well in this process. So if you're in Middle Tennessee, I wanted to do this video specifically for you because it's peace of mind. If you need LVP flooring in your home, Russell Dickens is the guy. And Russell's Flooring is the way to go. I'm going to put their information, and as a matter of fact, he's got a short before and after video that I want you to see of this project. You can go check it out on his YouTube channel. There'll be a link in the description. And thank you so much for just sitting in here with me as I talked to you a little bit this morning about this process. And my buddies at Legends Bank, of course, with the home equity loan rates going down, my buddy at Legends Bank here in Nashville is so great, and they were so accommodating for me to be able to do this process. And so it's just a wonderful time for me this year as I get ready for my little gal to be here. I'm super excited about that. So, of course, I'm trying to get a little bit ahead on my honeydew list. I'm sure there will be more ahead. And then, of course, I've started, I chose to do the painting of the baseboards in the quarter round after the flooring's put down. I chose to do that myself. And so you'll get to see a little picture here of me and my fashion statement. My painting, baseboard painting gear. Yeah, how about that? So anyway, a lot of fun, but thank y'all so much, and just have a great day. And yeah, it was a great time to do this because after they came in, I've been iced in for about a week here, so I'm just doing a little painting. But we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.